For some people in valley locations, today was their first taste of driving in wintry conditions. And as a result, well, there was a lot of accidents during this morning's commute and into the afternoon. So since more rain and snow are on the way this weekend, we wanted to check in with AAA to see if they had any winter driving safety tips to share. Matthew Condi is with the AAA. He's actually AAA Idaho spokesperson. And Matthew, thanks so much for joining us here today.
I'm glad to be here. It's perfect timing.
Yes, absolutely. So do you have any tips to share for staying safe while driving in the winter?
Well, first things first, you have to understand the road is very dynamic and things are changing all the time at different temperatures throughout the day and at different elevations. So you need to be keeping an eye on those things, and certainly the road conditions themselves can change in terms of potholes, down tree limbs, depending on where you are. So there's a lot to be looking for. And the days of cruising along and not paying as close of attention during the summer, we need to be focused in and actively scanning the road because a lot can be happening. Look for those telltale signs. Brake lights in front of you, emergency flashers, other cars skidding. Those are things that you need to be actively aware of.
Good advice there. And what about snow tires and chains? I mean, what are some ways that people can tell if they need those?
Well, snow tires are great because they stay softer in the colder temperatures, and that means they're going to grip the road a lot better. They have deep treads to wick away snow and ice. And certainly, depending on your lifestyle and your recreation, chains and even tire socks, which is another cool thing. It's kind of like chains, but sometimes easier to put on. Those things might come into the equation as well. So if you're traveling in places where you're going to see icy, snow-packed roads, having those things in your car, knowing how to use them, is really important. And you can learn how to use those through some videos we have online at AAA.com/winterprep if you need those pointers.
Lots of good advice there. You know, this morning we were talking off camera and I was thinking, I saw the snow and I said, you know what, I need some new tires too. So thank you so much for joining us here today, Matthew. I really appreciate it.
Well, and we encourage people to stay safe out there. Look for emergency personnel that are working on the side of the road. They're heroes. We need to leave room for them to do their job.
Absolutely. Thank you again, Matthew Condi with AAA.